nearly fell in then. I'm used to a front central armrest and I'd put that up when I was photographing it. So there you go. My name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Land Rover Freelander. Then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a Freelander 2.2 TD4 GS 4-wheel drive. It's a Euro 5 engine, 2012 on a 12 plate, has done 70,649 miles, fuel economy, urban 32.7 miles per gallon, extra-urban 49.6 miles per gallon, and combined is 40.4 miles per gallon. Has a top speed of 112 miles per hour out of a 4-cylinder 148 brake horsepower 16 valve engine. It has 6-spoke alloy wheels shod with Goodyear Wrangler tyres, high pressure headlamp wash, big Land Rover badge on the front to be proud of, British. The lower part of the door is covered in plastic to protect from stone chips, electric boot release from the remote, tow bar. It has the Isofix rear Chelsea tanker points and reversing sensors. I'll just tell you the service history before I forget, which for some reason coming to this park I seem to, I don't know why. 18th of the 3rd 2013 at 4,456 miles, Ripon Land Rover. 18th of the 3rd 2014 at 11,052 miles, Ripon Land Rover. 11,000 of the 3rd 2015, 19,783 miles, Ripon Land Rover. 15th of the 3rd 2016 at 28,113 miles, Ripon Land Rover. 6th of the 4th 2017 at 34,008 miles, Ripon Land Rover. 28th of the 3rd 2019 at 46,055 miles, David Spirit Motor Engineers. 14th of the 4th 2020 at 53,940 miles, David Spirit Motor Engineers. And on the 11th of the 3rd 2021 at 60,049 miles at Green Oval Garage, obviously the Green Oval refers to the Land Rover badge. It was serviced and it had timing belt and water pump. 24th of the 3rd 2022 at 66,184 miles, Green Oval Garage. So that's the service history. It's got a great service history. We have priced the car accordingly, and it has, I'll be totally honest with you because I can't lie to save my life. The front heated screen doesn't work. It works on the passenger side, doesn't work on the driver's side. Now, again, as I say, I can't lie. Heated front screen is a fantastic option. Normally it's about 500 quid to get a heated screen fitted. Now, apart from that, the rest of the screen is fine. Now we've got a customer who we've actually been looking for a car for about 6 months for, and it's always difficult when you're looking for a car for somebody because John especially, he won't buy any cars with our money that we aren't like 90% sure about, but with a customer's money he won't buy a car that he's not 100% sure about. Anyway, we couldn't find this lady a car that John would buy. And she saw one in Auto Trader, so she asked us about it, and we said, yeah, it sounds good, it's off another dealer, yeah, it's great. On the way home, Stone hit a windscreen and took a big chunk out of the windscreen. So you can never tell. Now, at the moment, you don't need a heated windscreen. You may have never used a heated windscreen in your life, and you might not be bothered about it. So, if you want a heated screen, if you want it replacing, there's no chips in it or anything like that, it's perfect. If you want it replacing, it's another £300 on top of the car. I hate wasting money, and at the moment we're wasting so much in the motor trade, and us as a small business, the amount of money that we waste is just unbelievable. And I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, oh Baz, yeah sure, if you were buying it you'd want the heated screen working. Well, I've bought a new Citroen Ami, and it turns out it was damaged before I got it, and to put it right it needs a new driver's door. It's left-hand drive, so it needs a new driver's door, and it really needs a new shell. to put it right, to make it how it should be, or should have been when I got the car. But what a waste. The car's made out of plastic. What a waste. A new shell, because it's got some marks on it. It's my car and I don't want to do it. So, screen, if you want it, fine. If you want to leave it, see how you get on and then get it done yourself, fine. But so long as you know the screen on the right hand side works. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Don't think you'll be able to fix it. We thought it might be the switch, it might be a relay, it might be a fuse. No, it looks like the car has had a screen before, and whichever numbskull put the screen in, made a good job of sealing it and putting it in, but there's a ribbon at the bottom which attaches to the electrics, and unfortunately they haven't made sure that the ribbon is out of the way. So as the wipers have been on, the motor and the wiper mechanism has been rubbing against the ribbon, and it's rubbed through it. That's why it is, and it can't be repaired. So that's the reason. Right, after all that, it's a great car. I like these. I particularly like this one because it's simple. It's no, you know, kind of comms unit up here with a sat nav that goes out of date within 12 months. It's just got a radio. It's got heated seats. It's a lovely car. It's a lovely colour combination. These Freelanders, they have become so sought after. Every time we get one, I wish I had some wood to touch. Every time we get one, we sell it very, very quickly. And let's face it, everybody uses the phone now. And if you want a sat nav, if you want a sat nav screen, anything like that, you can now get one for about £80 that syncs with your Apple phone, your iPhone or your Android phone, and it does everything. It's like an Apple CarPlay, and it's £80 or £90. The old systems are defunct. They're just not worth it. Now we've got power folding door mirrors. The best thing about this, as I said, the sound system, forget about that, but it's got Alpine speakers in the car, so the speakers are fantastic. We'll just check the door mirrors, make sure everything else works. Yeah, get that and that's fine. Power steering, as you'd expect, but it's got height and reach adjustable steering wheel there, multifunction steering wheel, and it's just nice and simple. And I'm now of the mind that cars are way too complicated. They should go back to the old days. I think they should have wind-up windows. We've got two vehicles in at the moment that've got, there's two cameras, and it's a camera you'll probably never use. Like here on the car we've got, it's got cameras in the bumper, and you can see when you're pulling out of a junction like that, as you pull out. But it's in a Range Rover. Unless there's another Range Rover parked at the junction, you can see over everything. It's 380 quid plus fitting, and nobody will ever use it. They'll want it when they come to buy it. Oh yeah, must have the side view camera. They'll never use it. I never use them. So it's just another waste of money. And to be honest, I'd rather. I am of the opinion I'd rather have a petrol or a diesel car, and from my dealings with EV owners on the internet and on Twitter, it seems to be almost like a religion or a cult. And if you don't have an EV or you don't want one, then there's something wrong with you. You mentally unstable, or if you don't agree with them, there's got to be something wrong with you. Nothing wrong with them, it's got to be you. And I've got a little EV, this Citroen Ami. It's brilliant for what I do, coming back and forwards to work. It makes me not want it. every time I see them go on about a rant about how cheap they are to charge, and then completely ignore the fact that most of them have dropped 40%. The EVs, this is, most of them have dropped 40% in the last 6-8 months. And you know, they just lie. Just totally ignore the kind of elephant in the room, the depreciation. That not everybody wants one. You don't want an electric vehicle. But you jump in this, and as I've said before, you know very well that you could go anywhere in it. It doesn't matter what the weather's like. Up here was flooded the other day. In fact, when I was coming to work in my Citroen Ami, it was flooded. And of course, salt water, if salt water gets in the battery, it can cause a short and set the thing on fire. It shouldn't get in the battery because it should be sealed, but it does. You know, things happen. So, you know, you just go straight through the water in this and not worry about it. It's a lovely car to drive. You've got a great commanding driving position. You know it's well built. It feels very sturdy. You know your family's going to be pretty safe in it. You've got airbags in the A pillar and the B pillar. Let me see, C pillar. It's made to last. Land Rovers are made to last. I love them. The best car on the road. They really are. My armrest here, which can be adjusted like so to get in a comfortable driving position, and it's just like driving in your armchair. Everything's easy to use. You've got cruise control there set, that's it on. I was in a Skoda yesterday, Volkswagen Group car. You've got to switch it on, then you've got to click minus, and then you've got to click plus to get it up to what setting it is. If you want to resume, you click plus to resume, or reset it. You've got to click minus, and I was clicking the wrong ones all the time. Land Rover, Range Rover, brilliantly simple. The sat-nav in the Skoda, honestly, I nearly punched it out of the dashboard. It was so stupid and difficult to use. So again, the sat-navs in Range Rover is dead easy to use. It's just, you know, you can park anywhere. You don't pull up at Starbucks and take the lip spoiler off the front of your car because it's so low. In fact, if you want to drive over the curb, you can drive over the curb. Great cars. Aircon, the aircon's nice and cool. You've got heated seats here. The automatic aircon there if you want. If the front air heated screen was working, that's the switch for it. But as I say, we can get it done for £300 if you want. The car is actually £300 cheaper than we would normally be advertising it for. So, you know, you're not losing out. Just tell us if you want it, we'll get it done for you. But it just seems to me to be a waste of good glass. That from now, the state of the roads, from now to when you actually need the heated front screen, there's a good possibility that you could get a stone chip and need to replace it anyway. That's the way I'm thinking at the moment. I see so much waste, and it's just so annoying. Things that you can't repair anymore on cars, you've got to replace. Just crazy. It really is. Anyway, this is a nice example. I'm not going round Numbskull roundabout. I'm going the other way. good turn of speed. I think it's economical for the size of the car. I really do. I've run one of these time and time again. I like my Range Rover Sport. I'm using a Citroen Ami. This, honestly, the way it drives next to driving a Citroen Ami, it's like a Rolls Royce, or let's say a Bentley Continental, which was one of my favourite cars to drive. A Range Rover Sport. It's what you're used to. It's the old square shape as well, which I prefer. Right, so what have we got? CD radio. There will be an aux in somewhere. I'm going to switch that off again. Do you know, I can't remember where the aux in is. Maybe in the glove box. But anyway, here you've got your terrain response, nice and easy. Swamp, minefield, Christmas, Mexico. Just everything so nice and simple. Indicators on the left, wipers on the right. Rev counter on the left in the centre. In the clock at the top, you have coolant temperature on the left, fuel gauge on the right. In the new Land Rovers, they get to a certain stage and then it starts giving you a readout of how much fuel you've got left in a percentage. Who wants that? You either want miles or you want a gauge. Underneath is your information display. It's saying it's 11:47 at the moment, 20 degrees centigrade outside. You might know where you see the news, big heat wave and the planet's melting. Here's me with a polar neck on. It says on there it's 20 degrees outside. It's been raining this morning, it's been cloudy, it's been cold, it's been sunny, it's been everything. The only thing we haven't had today so far is snow. Oh, Chinook helicopter over there. That'll be thumping away. Car drives great. No funny, it's not pulling anywhere. You can see it's got great acceleration. I'm actually going too fast there. With a bit of luck, we'll go down the M65 towards the Chinook. Oh no, we're going away from the Chinook. I've lost my bearings here. This is a nightmare. I'm going to go towards Blackburn. I've lost sight of it. Anyway, it's lovely to drive. We've got plenty of fuel. Right, back to the instrument display now. I can't see the Chinook anymore and I'm going completely the wrong direction. At the bottom, we've got instantaneous fuel consumption. If I click the end there, average speed, that's nothing. That's the trip computer. That's range, so we've got 91 miles left before I need to fill up. We'll put some fuel in. and it actually just went up. Now we've got on the motorway and we're doing more miles to the gallon, my range is increasing. You don't see that on EVs, do you? We really do need to cloth as well. You know, back in the old days, in the very old days, Opel Senators came out and there was an option that you could delete the leather and have cloth instead. And quite often we would order a Senator without leather with cloth. And well, Ray would order it without leather. And it wasn't that we thought we'd sell it, it was more that we knew somebody would want a car with cloth and that nobody else would have ordered one of these vehicles, and that we could then swap that vehicle for anything we wanted and even charge a dealer more money. we could sell it to a dealer for more money. So and I'm the same now. I like the look of leather. I prefer the look of leather, but I'd rather sit on cloth. It's more comfortable. Again, my Citroen Ami, it's got vinyl seats. I'd rather it had cloth seats. This has got kind of walnut insets there. Got aluminium here. The aluminium matches these bits on the steering wheel and your door handles and your vent movers, tabs, whatever you want to call it. It's just a simple car. And we had a Christ, what was it called? An Infinity, and that was a great car to drive, a lovely car. And it had wood, but it had what I'd call Japanese wood. And I'm not being racist. The wood that is in Japanese cars looks like we used to bind our books when I was at school with stuff called Fablon to make them last longer. You know, you first day at school, you'd get issued with all your new books, go home at night, and my mum would line them or coat them with Fablon, and they'd probably still be like new today. But it was like a plastic wood with sticky stuff on the back. The wood in Land Rovers and Range Rovers and Jaguars always looks good. It looks nice. It doesn't look like Japanese wood. Or wood in, right, a better way of phrasing it, it doesn't look like wood in Japanese cars. So, just lovely to drive. There's, I've just seen another press release recently from Honda. Honda has stopped making the Honda E because people prefer SUVs these days. It's nothing to do with the fact that they're not selling. It's people prefer SUVs these days. Why wouldn't you? Your family's safer. They're easier to get in and out of. You get more stuff in them. They're more practical, they're more versatile. And if you're in an accident, you know, you've certainly got more chance of surviving in a bigger car. And Land Rovers, they're just the best. Our old customer with He's got 2 Range Rovers, 380,000 mile, one of them's done. He's looking to change his newer one. If you probably watched this video, he's looking to change his newer one, but the old one's 380,000 mile. That's to the moon and over halfway back again. And this one's only done, was it 70,600 and something, or 70,662 at the moment. You know, tow bar on it, stick your trailer on, get all your rubbish to the tip, or caravan. I saw an advert for a Tesla yesterday, and the Tesla has done 175,000 miles, which is good. And he's swapping it because he wants a tow car. So he'd have been better perhaps keeping his Tesla and buying an older used Freelander, because they're a bargain. Absolute bargain. If you want to know any more, hopefully I've told you everything, but if you do want to know any more, you can live chat us, email us, call us, landline, mobile, text us, WhatsApp, you name it. But there'll be about between 80 and 100 photos of this on the internet by tonight, and a 30-minute test drive video and look all round. The only thing I can see really on the car, the only thing I've noticed, is the back bumper. There's a mark on the back bumper, but the car's 11 years old, and the rest of it is lovely condition. So we're nearly back at the garage. It's 11:57, lunchtime. And so I'll finish the test drive here, and we'll see you in the next video. We've got some lovely cars. You'll see them as I pull up. We've got some lovely cars. We've got another Range Rover Vogue, which is a 4-seater. You know, like the rocking horse analogy isn't a good one. Hen's teeth. It's like hen's teeth, 4-seater, beautiful car. We've got an Audi Q7, got an Evoque coming. Let's see all these. We've got a Volvo estate. They just stopped making Volvo estates. Come and buy our Volvo estate, it's lovely. We didn't even get a chance to advertise the Audi A1 or video it, sold straight away. Toyota van there. That ML should have gone by now. We've got an i3, a BMW i3 electric. You know what I think of electric cars. That's had more views than anything, but it hasn't sold. Got a Renault Megane estate there. I videoed the Skoda yesterday. So all good. Got some lovely cars and more coming. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-da.